So, since this is a wine and food festival as well as music, let's start off with your favorite food and your favorite drink.
Amazing. Favorite drink, I love all of the wine. I'm pregnant right now, so I can only have a little bit, but still love it.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And favorite food, I mean, I like to call myself a foodie, and so pretty much anything that you put in front of me I'm gonna love and eat, but just nothing with onions.
No onions. No. Good to know. All right. So where were you? What was your reaction like when you found out that you were gonna go on tour with Tim and Faith?
I was like this. Ah! That's awesome! And then I screamed a lot. So excited! They are legends, and I got to do a few dates with them last year, and so the opportunity to go out with them like for a long run now, can't wait. So happy.
So awesome. So your new album Starfire. So what went into the creation of making a live show out of that?
Well, a big part about who I am as an artist is the storytelling factor, and so when I crafted my set for the Starfire tour, it kind of had to flow a little bit with the timeline that had to do with my story, and yeah.
What went into choosing your supporting acts?
It was pretty easy when my management was like, who are you going to choose for your supporting act? I was like, I get to choose anybody. and I helped started this thing called Girls in Nashville, in Nashville where I live, where it's a seasonal show. We put on 4 shows a year and it just celebrates females. And I was like, well, I have to have a badass girl come out with me so we just celebrate her. My friend Andrea Davidson just popped into my head because she just is putting out a great record. She absolutely blows me away, and so she was my first call, and she was able to join us, which was an absolute treat. She's magic, and so if you don't know her, check her out.
All right, so this album Starfire, what was the first song to make it onto the album?
That's a hard question. The first song to make it on the Starfire. I think I knew that I was starting to head into the right direction with the songs I was writing when we wrote Starfire. For me, it was the first song that I felt like was really honest. It was part of my story. And it also felt like I was starting to kind of find a sound and a vibe. And so that was one of the first songs that I had written and recorded, and we used that as kind of a compass for the rest of the record.
Awesome. So the rest of the record, how about the last song that made it on there?
The last song, that's a great question. The last song that was written for the record, I believe was probably St. Paul. St. Paul is a very autobiographical song, and I wanted a kind of a bit of a throwback song to Minnesota. And I'm so glad that we put it in there. It's just a little piece of my story in like 3 minutes of how I grew up in a tiny little town, and how St. Paul really made me who I am today.
So all of those songs on that album, have you performed them all live and acoustic?
I play most of them live. There's a couple that we don't, just because like Cheap Date, I'll play if I have a keyboard around, but I don't love the keyboard around. It's heavy. But most of the songs we play live.
Awesome. What goes into kind of transitioning them and making sure that they're good for a live show?
Well, a lot of the songs that are on the record I had to kind of try on for size first and play them live before deciding, like, yes, this really needs to be on the record. Because you're going to play these songs every night, you need to make sure you really want to sing them. And so, majority of the record I tried out. There were a couple I just threw in there because I knew I loved them and they had to be on the record.
So, it looks like some of these on the deluxe are going to be on vinyl. So what does that mean for you? What's the importance of that?
Yeah, so when I went in to make this record, I knew I wanted to make a vinyl record. It's just a bucket list, a dream that I've had. And so while making this record, I was thinking that's a perfect song, you know, for track 1. That ends the first side perfectly. I was thinking in terms of vinyl. We ended up recording in the process 14 songs, which was a little too many to put on one record. So I wanted to make sure when we did the vinyl, since it was already going to be a little too much, that we were going to do 2 discs and include these 2 songs. And so I feel like now with the 14, with the full vinyl that's out, it feels like that's a complete set of songs. It feels good.
Awesome. So one more question for you, I believe. Yep. All right. So you've been through this festival, you're getting through it, and if you could put together a dream festival, anyone, dead or alive, doesn't matter, just make your dream festival.
A dream festival? Like I could have how many acts? Because that's really it would be
go for it.
Okay. Well, definitely Bruno Mars would be headlining because like BottleRock, good job. But man, I would want Paul Simon. I would want Patty Griffin, Ray LaMontagne. I would want Lake Street Dive. I love them. Sheryl Crow, she's incredible. What else? Wait, but you said Dead or Alive?
Dead or Alive.
The Beatles.
There we go.
The Beatles, for sure. It's too hard. I would want all of them.
All of them.
And Dolly Parton. Come on. Why wouldn't you want? And Celine Dion. Why wouldn't you?
I love it. I love it.
It would be the most eclectic, crazy festival, but it would be perfect.
Awesome. That's all I have for you. Thank you so much.